Okay, this, in case anyone finds this particular video, I am showing a friend, Adrian. We are working together on how to make sure he logs. I've created a spreadsheet that will automatically tally basically how to tally your time. So sometimes you forget to clock out or clock in. So this whole thing is messed up. So Adrian, here is your time card. Now here's what you're doing wrong, okay? First thing I did is I am copying and pasting my formulas over here that are in one spreadsheet, and I'm going to drag them right here. So this is a little bit on how to use some of the functions of Excel. So I just pasted those in. Now if you can see, this is set, see how this is set up like this? You're hand typing this in here, and you need to type it in here. So this is what you kind of need to do to fix up your spreadsheet. All right, ready? So I would take your spreadsheet, all right? In this case, I'm going to do this. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it here. And the reason is because I'm going to be futzing with all this stuff. I want to make sure I have the original main dates. These formulas right here, if you look at this, it's like it says 3 hours and 26 minutes. This is coming from this, C8 minus B8 is what that says. And so this is C, and that's line number 8. So that would be C8 and minus B8. That's 8, that's B, and that is why we can't cross midnight, okay? So this one is working, but the other thing you have to have is the date. So in order to do the date properly, see how it says 4/14/17? That's the proper way. This right here is the right way, but if you go down this one right here, this is what you hand typed in. And you told me you didn't do this. The reason is what you need to do to fix this date, you see how it says Sunday, April 16th, 17th. So if it says April 16th, 17th, that's 4/16/17. Now if I try to enter this format like this, 4/16/17, here's what will happen. I'll go 4/16/17. I will hit enter, and it's just going to put that in. And what I'm trying to do is get this in the proper date format. So here is up at the very top where it says Excel, there's this thing, it says format. Another thing you do is hit Apple 1, okay? This is where, if you hit Apple 1, this is where you pick your font, your sizes, how it's going to align, and all these kind of things. Well, in this case, I already have these things all set to this format, Saturday, March 14, 2015, just like this. It says the day, okay? So it's already done, it's just not interpreting it. So what do I need to do is I need to force it to do it. So I'm gonna hit Control and that semicolon, which is, you know, the one just to the right of the L. So again, Control, not Command, Control, semicolon, and it goes pink, and that's the date. Had you done this, every time you clocked in, it's telling me that you're not clocking in properly. Okay, now I have Monday, April 24th, 2017, which is actually today. But I need to make this thing April 16th, 17th, right? Isn't that what it was? April, yeah, April 16th. It was 4/16/17. So here's the thing. I hope you're paying attention. Stop talking to me. So 4/16/17. You have to go up here in this little effects thing right here. And if you look, I'm under Home. So you're going to go over here and you're going to backstep and type in your 16. Okay. Now you can cursor over. So it's 4/16/17, and that's it. Like that. See how it comes up? Now it can actually calculate. Now this right here, why is it not calculating? Because in order to, first of all, in order to edit these, you want to edit these up here. It's not coming in right, and then you got to do the Command semicolon, okay? So in order to get this is right, so in order to drag this formula down, see this little bitty dot here? I drag this down. But really, what I would have you do is you'd highlight all these four, and you just drag that down. Now, it's messed up. And why is it messed up? Because you have 11:59 p.m. That means you went back in time to the morning. You started on Saturday at 4:54, and you ended earlier that morning at 11:59 on Saturday, the same day, because it's keeping track of your days. So what you need to do is change this to PM, and that little mistake costs you 7 hours of time. Okay, but look, now we have a running total, we have our pay. This is the total pay we're doing the client. Does it make sense? Now, I'm ready to go to the next one. Now that we got a roll, I'm going to take this, I highlight this, I'm going to drag it down. Okay, now, for some strange reason, these are calculating. So these are all in there, and they're looking good. So if I cursor down with my little down arrow, it goes through them. I can go up. So see, since they're all there, it's all calculating right. So you must have started clocking in at this point when you started understanding. So 11:59 p.m., one starting at 12 a.m. to 1:30 a.m. These are all good. It's all calculating, and this is what it is. So your total hours, I don't have total hours, but you can figure it out easily. Just divide by 100. It looks like it's 48, almost 49 hours is what you should have come up with. So now what I do is, this is my week, all right? And I'm going to give this back to you, all right? So I like to highlight this in its color, all right? So I take this and you go up to here. This is your highlight color. So this is, oops, sorry, that was your letter colors. Let me back step. Dang it. Okay. Darn it, I messed up. I actually messed up right on video. Let's see if I can do this again. I don't know what I backstepped to. All right, go like this. Go back to black, right? And this is it has a little stamp. So that one, I just make it a color, okay? So now it's like a light gray. That way I know when the week started, okay? So I'm gonna clear this. Really, I wanna clear all this colors, really, because I don't wanna confuse myself. This is from my spreadsheet. So let me see, I'm gonna go up here again, go to the stamp, no fill, okay? Now, in order to clear any text, we go up to very top, you can't see, but it says, hang on, clear, okay, under edit is clear, and you can put contents, okay? That's gonna keep all your formulas in your fonts, and we wanna know that the date thing is all correct and all that stuff. So now you're actually ready to start working here, which I didn't do. So let me get rid of this. And so in order to get rid of this, you can hold shift, touch this, touch that, and we're gonna get rid of all these fields, which is all these rows, okay? Now the right way you do that, go to edit, and you hit this and it says delete, all right? And then you deleted them. Okay, those are gray. Now we get to start a new one. So I have already formulated this row to be proper, and this should be formulated in time, okay? So now all you have to do is highlight this. This is for a new week, okay? You drag it down and see how it's gray? Personally, what I do is I come back and I unhighlight it. Then I know there's a new week. Here's another thing you can do. You highlight this line. This is like a tutorial, okay? This is how you make little squares around your stuff. This is how you make a big thick box around it, and this is how like you underline the border. So let's say I want to put a big thick thing around it. So all I did is get a big thick border around that. So that didn't really do me any good. So let's go all the way from here to here, and we'll do an underline. All right, see how that works? So that's the basics. So let me show you something else. Let's say you want to add something. So you're going to take the number 2 and the number 3, okay? Shit, can't do that, sorry. Let's go somewhere else. This is something you need to know, basic formulas. So let's just go over here. You want to add something. You take 2, you put 3 in this cell, okay? So now you're ready with this cell to make a formula. To make a formula, you can hit the equals button to create the formula, or you can hit this auto sum button. So we're just going to learn to do it with equals. So you hit equals, because that means it's calculating. You touch the box you want, then you shift to hit the plus sign. See the plus sign right there? Hit this box, and then I hit enter. Now I have a formula. So this is going to add those two. Now you want to make it so you can see it. So this is where people usually do things like, put a top border. So now you know that this is adding, this and this, for example. Now you can change this to like 8. Hit enter and see there's your new total. So this could be subtraction also. So let's find our formula. You come up here, you subtract. So the plus, you're gonna do minus. Okay, now it's 8 minus 3 is 5. You have no idea when you're calculating like what your bills are and all this kind of stuff. You can come up with these great formulas like how much do I make in a month if I make this many hours? How many make if I make in a month if I make this many hours? If I get paid this much or whatever. Okay, you can do more complex formulas like, let's say you want this to be pay and you want this to be a constant variables, like this is hours and this is weeks and this is pay. So let's say you get 20 per hour. Okay, so now we're gonna make a new formula. So in order to do that, we hit the equals button. Equals right there, right? We're gonna take $20 an hour, you tap that. Now asterisk, it's on your number pad. Also, it is shift 8. See that little asterisk? Okay, and you go times this, hit shift 8, make sure asterisk, that's times, hit that, okay? So, this is it. If you work $20 an hour, and you work 8 hours a week, for 3 weeks, you make $480. Now you're like, well, what if I worked 40 hours a week? So you change it to 40. Oh, I did it for 3 weeks. Well, what if I could only make 15 hours a week, but I did this for 8 weeks? Things like this. And then you get your formulas. And see how that's what's awesome about spreadsheets. You can create some really cool ways of auto-calculating, and then once you do it, you can drag things and copy it, etc. So, like this formula is here, this is 2, let's say this is 4, 5, okay? If you want this formula to continue because you want to do this a bunch of times, you can grab this handle and go like this. Now, this is ready to calculate, so let's go 2. Now you know it's going to be 2 the whole time, so you take this, drag it over. Now let's say you knew this is going to be 5 the whole time. You can take this, highlight it, drag it over. Now let's go 1, enter, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, 7. Well, this is already calculating. See how freaking cool it is? Now to clear the contents, we're going to clear the contents. We go back up to edit, and we go clear, and we're going to hit all. Clear all contents, and that's it. So, again, in order to drag your formulas down, so here's how you clock in. Hit your button, you know this, control, like that, hit your command, bing, bing, and it's already calculating. Now you're ready for the next day, you just highlight this, and you can drag it, or you can pre-drag it, so it's all ready to go. And then when you log in the next day, see, this is already going to start calculating the next minute, probably. Nope, not yet. Soon will be. Okay. So if you want to edit this because you're like, I didn't clock out or something, remember, edit it up here. Thank you very much. Oh, I can stop this stupid thing.